Here we go. Oh, that's how potent is that? Wonderful. How about now? Oh my.
Hello friends, welcome to episode 46 of Dub Life. Coming up on 50, coming up on a full year of Dub Life. And I'm here in the arcade. If you watched the last episode, you saw we made a significant amount of progress. It's not completely done, but phase one is complete. Phase one is complete, and that makes me happy. So I thought I'd start the episode from here. I love it. I love it. There's a lot going on this weekend, so I've got a bunch of packages actually coming in the mail today. A few more comics for that row there should be in the mail. Then some various other comics, some things I got for David as a prize. I got a pressure washer coming because I need to pressure wash the driveway that I painted blue during this process. I got to deal with that today. Don't want to get the fine from the HOA, so I got to deal with that. Let's see, what else do we got going on? I'm probably going to go to GameStop. I want to trade in my Switch and get the new Switch. I need to go to the comic store. I got some more Thor stuff coming in. And tomorrow, I don't know what I'm doing. I got a massage. And then Victoria and I are going to Bubba Fest on Saturday. So look forward to that. Just Saturday, we're going to do it as a day trip. We may go up Friday night late, but probably just do it as a day trip. David and Steve and Andrew, everybody else has conflicts this weekend, so it'll just be Victoria and I. Sunday, I'm not sure what we're doing. So there's a lot already on the agenda and a lot that we'll just have to see what happens. But I think it'll be a fun video, just as fun as playing 1944 right there in the arcade, which I need to have a party so people can come play it. Anyway, let's get this episode rolling. I got to go get ready for work this morning, and then lunch break, we'll hit the trail. It's noon. That means it's lunchtime. Time to go trade in the Switch and get a new one. I run by the comic store on the lunch break. And I don't know what else. T and the B. We got to be fast because I got a lot of stuff to do on this lunch break, and I got meetings to get back to. So got to move swift. Hey, James. We got the Switch. What am I trading on? Mortal Kombat XL and Kingdom Hearts 3. Because I bought Kingdom Hearts 3 and played it for 5 minutes and then said, no, I don't want it anymore. So might as well make this free. You know, T and the B. There's a lot going on. Let's look around. I think he may be new. That's all.
You know, after reading that statue, I looked up the story behind this guy.
Yeah? You like him? What about all the Green Lantern rings? Do you want those? No?
I just bought,
Cannonball has no legs.
I just bought a stream deck.
Oh, look at all the Green Lantern rings. I've never seen that before. That's cool. Let's see. Pumps, stereo. Minimized groups. What's this? The original Human Torch. Is that Namor? Huh. A lot of 80th stuff. Tristratus. Witch King on the Fell Beast.
The bonus is very, very good.
And all's normal. PS4 Spidey statue. That's all. I don't know about that Flash. I don't remember seeing that. This all looks good. Vegeta and Android 21. That Marcus Phoenix. Doggy Vintage Series. Oh. Shampoo Bump Dragon Ball. I don't think I've seen those before. More of those. Look at that big Broly. Oh, they got the Green Ranger with the putty that folks want. Alright. I gotta get in and out of here quick. Time to swap. Should I go behind the counter? No one's in here but me. I'm coming. Figures, loot. Got to look at the new stuff while James does my action job. Ooh, look at the honey. Shake it for us. Oh, look at my new Switch
with the new processor. Looks like the old one. Did you get a new Switch too?
I did. I picked mine up yesterday.
Did you, instead of putting a screen protector on it, did you just rub it all over your bosom?
I thought a screen protector would be more effective, so I got that. But I didn't consider the first thing. I need to reconsider. Maybe I can return the screen protector still.
That's true. I gotta go to Hobby Lobby. You interested in that?
What's a Hobby Lobby?
I need a frame.
For what? Did you
For an original comic book page that I bought.
Why didn't you just buy the comic?
It's the original where the artist drew it the first time.
Oh, that's cool.
The original.
Comic?
It's from Walking Dead.
Oh. Hey, can I get your opinion on them ending the Walking Dead comic the way they did?
I liked it.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Okay.
T and the B, right?
And now you have like 100% of all of those?
No, I'm still working on it.
Okay. Good luck.
I think we're doing okay because Hobby Lobby's in the same parking lot. GameStop is over there. So I got to run in here. I want to try to find a frame for that original comic page because I've just had it sitting in the box it came in for like 3 weeks. And now the arcades phase 1's completed. That's the wall it's going to go on. So let's see what we can find here. All right, I'm here at the mats. What I need is 11 by 17. I don't think I want to just use something like that though. I want something nicer. I kind of want it matted. 50% off. I don't know, 50% off all the time, or I don't know. You get confused at Hobby Lobby, and you can always get 40% off like every time with a coupon that they always have. Let's see, 11 by 17. That's what I need. I like that frame. Brown one's okay, maybe something like that, but I would prefer it to have some type of matting. I don't know. I'm gonna find that option. I don't want to pay for custom framing, I don't think, at least not right now. 16 by 20. All right, I gotta look around. Thought about maybe using that for the Lucille, but I think it's fine the way I have it. They have good shadow boxes and things like this you can use, and they go like half off sometimes, and you could use it to put up like a figure diorama display. Potentially, I don't know that that could hold, might be a little short to hold a hot toy, but it could hold some things. I've seen people use these for some cool stuff because you can light them and all that. So I've actually thought about doing some of that. I think my only good option is gonna be that. Oh, those are kind of cool. I might use one of those. I have some Lost prop replicas that came with some of those McFarlane figures. These are like shadow box deals you can be creative with. These are regular $40. They have these down to 10. I think it's, maybe they were returned because like that's the one that's 40. I like it. I like the wood color. I'm looking at this one. It doesn't, seems to be in good shape. So if that's half price and it's $5, that's the ticket. This is a good place to get random nerdy things for your walls too, but I can't find them. They often have a lot of comic covers, you know, replicas and different comic book style art. I'm trying to find it. Oh, here we go. We got baseball stuff. Oh, here's some Star Wars stuff. Here we go. This is the section you want to see. So this stuff is pretty cool. It's like 3D. X-Wing. And you got some superhero Flash I like. I think they change. See if I can make it change for the... Yeah, you can see that Captain America shield changing. Spidey. Does he move around? But they got a lot of that kind of stuff usually. Yeah, here we go. Big section. And it's good. It's good quality. It looks good and it's cheap. You know, I like that Spider-Man there. These things are usually like $20 and they'll go half price too, like everything else at the store. So that's a good thing if you want to decorate easily. You can see right here, these things are 50% off decorative hardware. But I think this stuff's pretty nice, especially, you know, if you want to do your kids' room or something like that, but even just game room, toy room, whatever. Saw these on the end cap superhero letters. So like these bigger ones are 18. And the smaller ones are 10, but that'd be cool. Like I could spell out arcade with these, or I like these letters. I especially like these ones, so they look like old comics. So I encourage you, go in your Hobby Lobby and look around for stuff like this for decorative purposes. All right, I gotta get out of here and go to the comic store. A few minutes down the road, Galactic Quest. Just have a couple books to pick up from my pull, but I need a couple more comic boxes, and I'm going to look through their Thor.
Quick look. I've seen that Melva in a long time. Look at that big giant man. Toy Biz. Gambit. Switch. Not too much new here. I don't got a lot of time, so I can't dig in too much. What's this? Oh. Alright. Here's what we need to look through. I gotta dig into this, see what I can find that I need. I bet there's gonna be a few things. I know I didn't show you much, but I did pick up a bunch of Thor back issues. I picked up my pull, and I went ahead and grabbed David's books for him as well, and got some just generic boxes, because I got all these Thor books I need to put in something. They're only $5 each. So I want to get some Thor boxes like my Walking Dead ones I got last episode, but the search will continue for those. All right, I got to join some calls. I got to head back to work. I will catch up with you when I'm back at the house. Made it back home, had a meeting. I got to hop on another meeting. Had a bunch of boxes at the door. I got stuff just strewn about now, packaged. Stuff I picked up. I grabbed a creasers on the way because it's $5 and it was quick. So we got a lot of stuff to look at. Still a lot to do today. So I'll touch base with you. But I did want to see. We got a lot of packages to look at. If you watched last week, you saw me clear out the awning of the stairs. And I've got all my slabs ready to put on those stairs. We're going to do that in that video. I don't know if we're going to do it today. I need a pressure wash today. I got a lot of stuff to go through, but we'll probably do it either today or tomorrow. Maybe today, depends on how I feel. But I got to go finish the work day, and we'll check in with whatever the next task is, whether it's hanging that art print, hanging some slabs, pressure washing. It's going to be something like that. Back in the arcade, work day just ended, so I'm going to try to get some things done. I think I'm going to mount the original page there. I've got this centered section, but I know I'm going to put the Ninja Turtle skateboards kind of in a T there. And above the windows, I'll probably put some of the figures I got signed. So I think that area is a good place. Plus, I got Walking Dead comics all there, so it will make sense. I'm going to test if our method, the way we hung these, worked, because I need to move some of these to put these new ones up. So let's see if I can do it. So I've got this up here. I think that looks good. So we're hoping the command strips you can just pop off like that and just move them like Wheel of Fortune tiles. So it's time to find out. I think it worked pretty good. Look at that. I think that's a wonderful wall. Got the original page up there. I did have these two. That's a sketch on a blank cover that's graded. That's a variant autograph cover that as I started to go down the next row, I realized it blocked the shelf, and the arcades are just a little bit tall, so I think we leave that blank for the shelves and to put figures and statues or whatever. But a solid 3 by 17 wall. Looks great, and these look just fine here. They may eventually move and fill in some other random space depending. But I'm pleased with it. So this is probably the last time you'll see the arcade this episode, other than Victoria checking it out, because we won't be working much in here. But there you go. That's the next area of the tackle. I want to make a wall of graded slab comics there too. I think I'll get it done now, at least part of it. I'll give you an update when I'm along the way. Right about halfway through. I have a couple gaps here because I actually have 4 slabs coming in tomorrow. I have a Game Boy one that's going to go there. I have a Batman and a Lobo for there, and there's one more I'll leave a gap for. So at the bottom, you have like the DC TV stuff. You got Rip Hunter, like Legends of Tomorrow, Atom, Flash, Firestorm, Green Arrow, Supergirl, that kind of stuff. And then you get into Superman, Batman world. And then I'm just using some different in-between, so it's not so hard to move everything if I have to move. So like I have Masters of the Universe, Ultron. Then you get into Marvel, you got like the Netflix stuff, the Defenders. Then you get into various Avengers and other worlds of that stuff. That Silver Surfer, that's signed by Stan Lee. You got 2 Thanos things there. More of that kind of Avengers stuff. Different #1s and first appearances. And then into Avengers, regular Avengers titles there. Next, I'm going to put up some X-Men and Spider-Man. And then some other variant covers. So I'll show you when it's done. And done. I think that looks wonderful. So you got X-Men, Spider-Man stuff. I got a Spider-Man comic coming tomorrow. Scotty Young covers. Then I got hip-hop variants and then just other one-off random things. And I had the 2 Image. I didn't have a place for it. I didn't really want to go way up there, at least not yet. So I just turned the corner a little bit. Just like I did upstairs, it's easy enough to move them around. So let me show you the view from the top of the stairs. Up here, you can talk to the wizard and you can see the wall of comics. And I think that just looks wonderful. I'm very happy with that. My next fun task, to figure out how to put together this pressure washer and try to get the blue off the driveway. Let's see. Here we go. Blue driveway, pressure washer. Think I can get it out? I hope so. There we go. Question, will this work? That's the big question. But I made the machine work, which, that's a good thing. About halfway done. It's not fun. It kind of sucks. It works though. But you have to be at the highest pressure and be really close. Be really close to the thing. So it ends up being like coloring the driveway with a driveway colored Sharpie to get the blue off. It takes forever. So getting my AirPods, can have some water, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You can see that I am halfway done. Did that half. It's about as good as I'm going to do it. Let me show you what I mean by coloring with the Sharpie. So like here, it doesn't really do anything. But if you get really close, it carves right through it. So when I say coloring, it's like this. And it's not the most fun in the world, I'll tell you that. I think that is about as good as I'm going to get it, at least on the first pass. It's hard to tell because some of the water is standing blue, but I think it's pretty clean. I'll be able to tell better in the morning. I'm done for tonight. It's dark. I'm going to go ahead and say that's the end of today. It's after 9 o'clock. That took a lot longer than I thought. I'll have to get to receiving and sorting through the comics I picked up today tomorrow. And I have another big box of comics coming tomorrow and the slabs to fill in those holes. So I'll show you that when it comes in. Victoria comes tomorrow. We're going to do her switch. We'll probably have dinner. We'll have our early. Tomorrow probably a short day because Saturday's going to be a long day on the way to Bubba Fest. So hope you enjoyed today. Again, errands, more updates to the arcade, updates to the house. Got to see James for a bit, hunt for comics. Not a lot of figures really, but that's okay. And anyway, I will talk to you in the morning.
Good morning. Friday morning. It's before the work day. I'm not sure still what today's going to hold. It's tickle bottom. It's possible I may meet up with my sister for lunch. I got a massage. We'll see Victoria, my younger sister, later tonight. I got to get cash for Bubba Fest tomorrow. Oh, I know. Let's go check on the blue in the driveway. You can certainly still see that it was there, although I'm not sure that some of this is not going to wipe away when it storms. You can see very faint hints of blue, but it's not noticeable from any type of distance. Just like old stains, like old oil stains. And honestly, I think a lot of that will come off when it storms because I think that's just some of the residual gook. Not too bad. That's good. So let's get the day started. Probably next clip, if Kimberly comes, it'll be Kim and I going to like a brunch, lunch. Probably Papa Jack's. Hooray! Look who's arrived. Hi. Kim is here. We're going to go to lunch. Kim, one of the fans of the show, Ryan, sent some goodies for the family of Dub Life, and I felt like this would be a goodie for you.
Oh, look at her. She's so cool.
also Ryan. I hope you don't mind. We're sharing the wealth for the family
That's
Dub Life.
so great.
Kim is the biggest Wonder Woman fan in the Dub Life family.
Ever since I was wee little and I used to spin around and pretend I was Linda Carter.
And I think that statue's really cool. With
That
her
is, I
diving
love
through.
her like action pose. I have a lot of like gallery statues, but they're all
good.
standing usually. So
Yeah,
this
that's
is a really
dynamic.
cool.
Thank you, Ryan. It's from Ryan. And do you want to go look at the recent things done in the house?
I do. I haven't seen a lot.
Let's
of
check
what
it out.
I've been doing.
So this that I actually just finished yesterday.
That looks great. Oh wow, it fits really well too.
Yeah, I have 4 that are coming in the mail today. That's why there's those
At
gaps.
first I thought you were doing a pattern, and I'm like, no, you're leaving space. Very cool. So is this all of your slabs?
Nearly, yeah, it's almost all of them.
That is really neat.
The wall of comics, fun, love, and delight. What's your favorite one up there?
Oh gosh, there's so many. I really
The
like,
trio of Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel.
I really like that the Scotty Young Spider-Gwen cover.
Yeah,
because I love his work and I love that character. I'm a big fan of the A-Force Straight Outta Compton
Hip hop cover up there.
hip-hop cover,
Yeah.
which is always fun.
I like the Medusa Scotty Young A-Force.
Yeah, the
on the
Medusa
right.
Scotty Young is really cute.
Yeah.
I like the one where Tony's having to, the Scotty Young where Tony's having to
Charge the
over his
batteries.
phone,
Yes.
which is just pretty par for the course. Oh, I didn't know you had West Coast Avengers. That's awesome. How fun. Hawkeye back in his, I don't know what you were thinking with your fashion choices.
In that
Clint.
purple
Yes.
garb.
Yeah, I think they were trying to make him look circusy because he had that backstory, but yeah.
All right, we're going in the arcade.
Ooh. Oh, this is really cool. So you've got them elevated to standing height, which is great.
We built those risers from Home Depot.
Very nice. How tall are those?
13 inches, I think. We
I was like,
figured
is that
out what the
height to put a
standard.
Kallax cube in?
Maybe.
I think it actually is. They're 13-inch cubes.
Maybe. Alexa,
Maybe.
turn on the arcade lights.
Oh, and here's your Walking Dead in here, I see.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh, your sketch covers and...
Alexa, turn on the arcade. Oh, that light didn't come on. It's being mean. Alexa, turn on the arcade lights. You come on. There you go. So we got the lights underneath.
Oh, look at that. That is sweet.
So I'll eventually get stuff on it. And then so
that gives you some storage space.
Yeah, so this is phase 1.
So tell me about your plans.
So phase 2, we're going to build shelves that come out of the wall and rest on there so that then like statues or other figures or things could go up there. And then I've got to put like my skateboards that I got signed. I'm not sure you've seen those.
Skateboard decks you got.
Yep, on the wall.
Oh, that's going to be so cool.
I think that's really it. Oh, we'll put a little, so this TV is on a big mount that moves around.
Oh, so you can...
So we're going to put a little shelf here and put the NES Classic and the Super Nintendo Classic.
So fun. This is really cool.
And so you can actually walk up to it like an arcade as well.
Yeah.
You like it?
I do. I really like what you've done with it. You've taken the room that you never really could figure out what to do.
I never went in it.
Never used.
Yeah, it was just a guest room for once a year.
Once a year, yeah.
And it's really
usable. Still sleep on the couch once a year if they need to.
What's wrong with you, Packy? Packy has a little, he's temperamental sometimes. Huh. But yay! Oh, and look at that. That's an original page from The Walking Dead there.
Oh, wow. Those aren't easy to come by.
We had a package come, and then we're going to go to lunch. Package. And in the package, we've got the 4 comics for the Gaps that I showed you yesterday. Game Boy. I wonder if that's considered the first appearance of Game Boy in comics. I just think that cover looks great. We have, this is Batman 635, the first appearance of Jason Todd as the Red Hood. Jason Todd, Red Hood, very popular. Omega Man number 3, first appearance of Lobo. I like Lobo quite a bit. I have to believe at some point he'll be in a DC movie. And then Marvel Superhero Secret Wars number 8, the origin of the symbiote that would eventually become Venom, Black Suit, all that. The Black Suit costume Spider-Man is a confusing comic lore because you've got that with the symbiote, and then later you have books that were launched at the same day that both have Black Suit Spider-Man, so it's confusing as to what's the first one. But that's the first symbiote appearance. And now, Papa Jack's, yeah?
Yeah.
Chicken. Oh yes, the Papa Jacks. Oh yeah, here, give us a that. Oh, how exciting! Yes, time for lunch.
Monkeys at the beginning of 2001: Space Odyssey.
Well, yeah, I'm quite hungry.
Oh yeah. And the brisket, smoked chicken. Let's see. That smoked chicken looks really good too. Oh my goodness. We got practically the same thing. Country fried steak, beans, macaroni, biscuit. But I got a humongous corn. You got field peas.
My favorite.
Oh yes, 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 yes.
Home from lunch, was it yummy?
It was delicious.
It's really good. She has a huge to-go plate to bring home, right? Apparently the porgs ate. Mine's gone somehow. I don't know what happened. Do you like the wall of porgs behind you?
I do. It's really fun.
Yeah, they celebrate.
I like their little feet sticking off the end.
So Kim and I are going to hang out for a bit, and then she's got to probably go back to work, right?
Yeah.
And so do I. And then I have a massage later. So just a quick cameo from Kim.
Hello.
Hot chicken. Or hot, what did we have? Beef.
Country fried steak.
Hot beef. Before I head to the massage, I wanted to show you that I filled in the gap. The Batman, Omega Man, Game Boy, and the Symbiote Spider-Man. So now we have a full, complete wall. How exciting. Clouds look kind of stormy. Now it's time for mental health. Going to get a massage from Laura, one of my very favorite parts of the month. And only an hour today. Sometimes I can get an hour and a half, but she only had an hour. Catch you on the other side when I feel better. Sing your own kind of music. I felt good. After all of the various projects, my trunk keeps getting sore. So it was nice to get a little work on the trunk action. Hey-o. It's very hot. All right, I got to go home and finish up the work day. And I'll probably check back in with you when Victoria gets here. Victoria's not here yet, but package addressed to Jerome Wilson. That means I know who this is from. It is almost my birthday, so I believe this is from Damien Nicole. Maybe it's a birthday present. Let's see. I don't know if this is a birthday present. It has to be from Damien, but it's poop like a champion. Touch it now. Someone's at the door.
Hello.
Look on the counter what Damien sent for us to use this weekend.
What?
Hold it aloft like you just wanted in Zelda.
I don't know. This is something I would have wanted to have.
Oh, poop like a champion.
Ultra fiber serum.
Read the top of it.
Which top?
Like the little informational little label thing that's sitting on top.
Poop like a champion. Highest fiber content per 30 grams than any other cereal on the market.
Highest.
Oh. Huh.
You brought a thunderstorm and we're supposed to go right now.
I know.
We should leave.
Yeah, I know.
We'll do the rest later. You can see the items when we get back.
Okay.
Say hot pants.
Hot pants.
We had to move quick because Victoria's trading in her Switch and James has been waiting for her, staying late at work. So we appreciate that. It is thunderstorming at the house. Not so bad here though. Hopefully it will wash the rest of the blue off of the driveway. That's what I'm hoping. Let's go get another new Switch. Let's see. It's kind of busy today. T in the big. Rubbing it. Oh. Oh, look at that. Oh, look, prizes. Yay. Look at Mr.
So you know what's cool?
Look at Goldor.
So these are coming
Do you
out.
miss him?
No,
He's not your friend from Power Rangers?
no, he's the villain.
He's a villain. They're coming out when?
They're coming out in waves. So we got 2 today. I'll get another 2 in September.
This is for me and David.
And then the sellable stuff won't come out till October.
Oh.
So pre-orders, you're on the end.
Yeah, hear that, folks? Pre-order with James. Even if you're in Colorado. Make it happen. Notice that they have the advent calendars in for Christmas time, the Marvel and the Harry Potter. And if you're a longtime viewer, you remember the
challenge I had last year trying to find that for Victoria. So I'm gonna have to pick these up. Ooh, let's shake it, shake it.
Don't do that. Put that back in your mouth.
Oh, bye, James. Stopped raining. I hope the blue's gone. We're gonna eat at American Deli. Hopefully for lemon pepper wet wings. I mean, that's a tough choice. I think I'm about to get the fruit punch. Ooh. Victoria, you got a wrap? Mm-hmm. What kind of wrap?
Turkey.
I got rice. We got lemon pepper wet. Look at the wet sauce. Lemon butter. Is that exciting?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You're gonna dip it in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna try it.
Ooh. Going in on the lemon pepper wet.
Oh.
Oh. Is it delicious?
That's very different.
I tell you, she's never had a lemon pepper
Very
wet
lemony.
wing before. Yes. And buttery. Mm-hmm. It's good?
No, I've never had a wet one before. It is good.
Yes. Back home, did pick up the Gold R. One for me, one for David. And then Victoria got the Harry Potter calendar, and I got the Marvel Advent calendar, which will be put away until Christmas time. But Victoria has to see all the updates to the home, yes? Are you having fun with your... that?
No.
Give her a big fist.
Old difficult.
Oh, that's intimidating. Well, we've reached this point of the day.
Oh, I can do a thumb war.
Do it. You have to count. No.
1, 2, 3, 4. I declare a thumb war. It's gonna be difficult.
Oh. Well, then, let the good times roll. Here. Yep. Wizard. What are you doing? Oh. Do you like the comics?
I do.
You can listen to the wizard and look at the wall.
That's true.
Do you like the way it looks from up here?
Yeah, it looks cool from up here. It's cool from down too because you can like see them as you rise.
Have a wish in your heart.
Do not fret. Your wish will be granted.
Oh.
Another prophecy, courtesy of the great Zoltan.
Thanks, Zoltan. Alexa, turn on the arcade. Alexa, turn on the arcade lights. Are you excited?
I am.
Because we're in the dark right now.
Oh.
What do you think?
Ooh. That was just for the lights underneath. That's really cool. I did a little double take on Michonne.
Michonne ornament.
Oh my goodness.
Does it look different than the last time you were in this room?
Like when I was like asleep on the bed? Yeah.
With Joffrey?
That's a little different. Ugh, I turned Joffrey away.
Oh. Yeah.
Wow.
So you like it?
I do. This is really cool.
Yay! Look! Original page on the
Yes!
wall. Yay!
That is so cool.
It is. Victoria's gonna go win at Pac-Man. I can feel it.
No.
Worker, worker. Ooh.
No. That's what that noise is.
Oh. What's your favorite section? What about all those right there? What are all those?
So, I don't know what all.
Virgin Sketches!
Oh, I remember that. That is quite a video.
Yeah, that's why they're up
that
there.
like 30 minutes.
That's why they're up there.
Straight delirium set in.
Yes, that's a reminder. But we have to go to bed pretty soon. It's 9 o'clock. We'll probably stay up for another hour. But we got to get up at something with a 4 on the clock to drive to Bubba Fest tomorrow to meet Jamie Lannister and the King, Ezekiel,
And the King.
so that we can get this autographed.
And Jerry.
How exciting. And Jerry. Isn't that wonderful?
Kind-hearted Jerry.
Yeah, we had a good day. I think today's been a little shorter, but a lot of stuff happened. Got to see both sisters. And, well, I got to poop. Talk to you in the morning. Good morning. It is
5:23. We're about to leave. Everybody's up successfully. I did last night stay up way too long to have to get up at 4:30, but I did finally go through those Thor comics, get them sorted, put in the box. I didn't open Goldar, but he needs a black wash, but otherwise he looks really good. I think maybe David will be able to black wash that. I'm gonna have this Wild Strawberry Morning Boost packet from Kroger and some water. I've got a Kickstarter. I'll probably start drinking in about an hour into the trip. And I'm bringing a 5-hour energy to have in Victoria's pocketbook for the way home. Because I'm going to be weary. It's going to be a long day. Be probably wake up at 4, I would bet, in bed midnight-ish, 21 hour day. Driving to Knoxville, the same route that was on the way to Michigan. It was on the way when I visited Josh for his birthday. I've driven this route quite a bit recently. So that's where we're headed. I don't know how many times I'll check in before we get there. I think we'll probably just put our heads down and go because we want to get there in time, meet up with our friends, and go to work. Here comes Victoria, I hear.
Yeah.
Are you excited?
I am.
We're going to see the King.
Yeah, we are.
Oh, the Kingdom shirt.
Yeah.
That's exciting. Probably we'll talk to you when we stop to get a snack or breakfast, but otherwise we're just going to podcast it up. Victoria's ready to go.
I'm ready.
Hot chicken.
Hot chicken.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Your turn. Hold on. Hold on. We haven't even left the driveway, and I've broken the rule law. We got to go. Welcome to Knoxville. Yeah. Hardee's in Knoxville. We're like 10 miles from the convention center. And we've made good time. It'll take us about 3 hours to get here. So we're going to have a biscuit. You're going to get prime rib and fried egg biscuit?
Absolutely not, no.
Oh. Chicken biscuit. BEC. Mm-hmm. That's your favorite, the all-time classic? Mm-hmm. Usually we get a gravy biscuit at Hardee's, but, avoid diarrhea.
Yes.
We have arrived. We're going right beside the Gold Ball to the Knoxville, I think it's just called the Knoxville Convention Center, by the UT Conference Center. In the parking, oh my. We're gonna get in that walkway and walk. It's a pretty nice day, actually. Yay! Arrival. Well, in-line arrival. Look. Big ball! Caw-caw! No?
Sometimes it works. Sometimes.
Caw-caw! Yay! So we're waiting in line. Second year of this show compared to the second year of Atlanta Comic-Con. We saw on Facebook like 2 days ago that they were asking for 27 volunteers.
Yeah. We can see why.
This is why. We were in the wrong line for 20 minutes, even though someone told us to get in that line. And the show's open, but there's like 6 people that have made it through.
Yeah.
We're going to be here like an hour at least. There seems to be one person at one table trying to deal with everybody. So good, not so good.
No, and like 2 separate people had told us to go to that one line. And like I checked while we were in the line and they were like, yes, that's where you go.
Yeah, but right there is Greg Cook's booty. Right there. Greg! Holla! Yeah, I'm waiting in line endlessly, it appears. Yeah, it's no good. This is really subpar. Greg, what do you think?
I don't know what to think right now.
Greg came and by osmosis joined us, which we're very happy about because it gives us some company.
And supposedly, I'm good luck for the line.
Yeah. Well, we have moved. We had not moved at all before Greg got here, but there are a lot of displeased folks. And this line that's right beside us is our line, but they have to go all the way up and back down and around and like back outside through the metal detector again, go back to their car, get a drink. This is no good.
I'm waiting to see pizzas and stuff being delivered from people getting lunch.
Oh, that does happen. Yep. Hour and a half in. We finally think we're going package, and we hope. We're now a minute late for the first thing we purchased, but Greg's giving us a shake. So hopefully we're about to go get a King Ezekiel Kari Payton autograph. if we can get in there. Diarrhea. Looking for Kari Payton. I think he's dead ahead.
Yeah.
I put on the Eugene Brings the Sex shirt. And Victoria's got her Kingdom shirt on. And then, like, soon thereafter, we'll have a picture with them. All of our Walking Dead guests right here. It's going to be scattered here because we've got 2 things we've paid for that we're going to be late for. So, soon, we'll get back with Foxy and Greg and everybody and have a good time. But we're a little scattered, you know, but it's okay. Good times. There we go. There's our 3 Walking Dead guests. Time to go. Look, it's the king. How exciting. Look at Jerry living big. See him giving a selfie face. Kari Payton, Cooper Anderson. We're getting a picture with them later. This is just going to be delightful. Are you excited, Victoria?
I am.
Yes. Well, that was one of my favorite celebrity experiences. Kari was just wonderful. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. And look at this beautiful autograph. King.
Yeah. The color he chose?
Yep.
Perfect. Yeah,
He was very nice, and we talked to him about Megan. Megan, if you're watching, our friend Megan that worked with him, and being from Augusta and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
And we get to go take a picture with him in a minute, which we have to find where that is. So
I whispered something in his ear. I don't know what it was.
Sweet nothings. It was sweet
I told
nothings.
him.
Well, there he is. Kingslayer.
I mean, they're here as guests, right?
Victoria's been taken aback because there's Mark and Digger the Moonshiners. You want to just go talk to him and say hello? Let's do it. Let's do it. Well, that was just the greatest. Dude, Mark and Digger. Moonshine in it. Wonderful. So, look who we found. Lots of people. And the Moonshiners. We're in line to get our picture with Kari Payton and Cooper Anderson. There's this. There's the mat. Over here you've got professional Rick Grimes, elsewhere and Negan. They both look really good, and they have the mannerisms. The blue in there in the cage, where you can see them. They get up on their prison. They don't count us up. And then this. Well, we just met Kari Payton again and Cooper Andrews. That's fantastic. They're such nice people. That is a glorious picture.
Look at that face.
Oh, what a blast. This is great.
It's been really fun.
All right, we need it. Let's investigate what else we can do. I want another one. Maybe they'll give us 2. We'll trick them. We're done with our Walking Dead stuff, so I've changed back into the Arya shirt because our next photo op will be meeting Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Jaime Lannister. Let me show you this picture again. Victoria's changing as well. It's just a wonderful picture. What a nice bunch of guys. So this day's going great. Now we're going to go find Foxy and Greg, and Nida Rena's here, and Brooklyn's here. And lots of people are here. So we're going to go find everybody and hang out. We've got several hours now, finally. After waiting in line for 2 hours to get in, we've caught back up. So that's good. Time to show you around the show a little bit and rub it. So about all you've seen of the show is us in this general area, but it's the same show hall that Fanboy is in, if you've seen Foxy's videos. Myself and Josh with these vehicles, Air Force stuff. I'm interested in maybe getting a art commission, so I'm going to walk down here and see. It's pops and such. Let's see what we're working with here. What those missions? I don't know what those are. Some legends, statues, Black Series. Here we go. Let's see if there's a commission artist. Caw-caw! 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 Victoria, run over there and just give Cody a humongous hug. Just on it. Yeah. Oh, that's a kindness. We just met Franchise Kicks. Love his channel. All the palette opening and blind boxes and all that. Very nice guy. Thank you, Franchise Kicks, for hollering at us. We had a good time. Brooklyn. Hey, Brooklyn. If I give you $25, will you get in that, try to start it, hotwire it, and try to drive away? And make it very obvious that's what you're doing. $16,400. Deal.
This booth is the black and white guy, professional Walking Dead artist. Bunch of prints. That's a super cool print with all the different Negan potential victims. Some nice stuff here. Brand new Freddie Mercury collage. Some wrestlers, road dogs here. You can get that signed, Victoria. What about? Do you like that Bray Wyatt, or do you like the Fiend better, where he has that Bray Wyatt head as his lantern?
I mean, it's not great for children that watch wrestling, but it's cool for adults.
And you think he's handsome? What about him with his big? Is that
It's a cello.
cello?
So, do the people know what occurred with me a few moments ago?
When you passed gas and a little bit came out?
No.
Oh.
When I impulse buy.
No, they don't. Victoria ran away because she saw Rocket Raccoon.
Yeah, not Bradley Cooper, Sean Gunn, who also plays Kirk on Gilmore Girls. And I was like, I just got to see how much he costs. Well, apparently he cost that much.
Hey! Was it exciting?
It was really
a nice
cool.
picture.
Yeah.
We're at, what is this, Comics Exchange? This is where I bought a lot of stuff whenever I come to Knoxville. Look at these. These are the real ones. Not as rare as the black and white, but they're rare. No price. No price is a scary thing. I don't have the comic set. I could be talked into that. Hot toys. Waiting for my J-Man, Harley. Oh, safety. Oh. Bunch of hot toys. Let's see. Mezco stuffs. All three of the big Civil War ones. Those are good. Oh, that's a number 2. Autograph number 2 Walking Dead. I have it now. Finally. That's a good book. Yeah, I have all but 15. There's some great. That Joker cover. Oh, there's blind. I finally have them all now. Finally, after the debacle at Toylanta, some great version covers in here. What are we looking at, Jesus? Listen, that's a set, man. That's hard to find too. It's got all the equipment. I don't have it.
I've seen him here, and then I've also seen him at the family we went to.
When you see it, does it make you want to rub your nipples? Yeah, me too. You can rub his nipples. Dude, just whip it out. Show them what you got. Get the Amex out. Just show them. They take swiping it. I know that firsthand. I really like the Virgin covers. I don't know if that's an art germ. I think that one is. I just love the way Virgin covers look. I got these Punisher covers. It's a big pile of ooh la la. More hot toys. One of my very favorite stores. A bunch of Star Wars stuff in this booth. I don't know. I don't remember that Kylo. Maybe that was a con. I feel like I've seen this booth before. And it was expensive. There's some tight pants. Oh, package. I was trying to look at Atrocious, but Cody said he got a doo-doo. You want me to hold this?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't get nothing on it.
Go handle your business. I'm going to be over here with the Sinestro Corps, Crib, Necron, Lex, Luthor, Adam. This booth that has a wide variety. It's one of the very few. Brooklyn just breaking stuff. One of the few Walking Dead figures I don't know. Series 1 Daryl. I don't know that today is the day. It's one of our favorite stores in Atlanta, Plastic Empire. Creators, but I'm not sure that design was completely well thought out.
It was not.
That's troubling. Some nice comics here. 1200. Wow. Look at that Pink Fang Foom. First appearance of Foom. Let's see. First Beta Ray Bill. I don't know if that's the first appearance of Falcon. Maybe. Yeah, it's 300. I am your neighbor. Ah, here we go now. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Rabbit! Some Play Arts Kai. Wolverine at 110 and Black Panther. Those are great. There's Sting. Man called Sting. You think what?
Nothing. I was gonna say, I think probably shouldn't wait till photo op time to go to the
We want to
line.
be early in that line because that Chuck Norris line is crazy.
That's just, yeah.
Cody grabbed somebody's bottom. I've seen him do it. Look at all these. We've walked out of the madness for a minute to the Q&A panel room, which we think will be a Walking Dead panel, but we're not sure. And Victoria just barged in, and somebody was in the nude. She barged in on someone in the nude. It was like where the guests change or something. We're in trouble. Look at that. Just because it's your birthday, I don't mean you get to do that. That's not very nice.
I think we should probably sit in towards
The back. We're gonna have to do it. Yeah, T and the B, you know?
Yeah, it's fine with me.
Yeah. So, lick it and stick it. Go. And a boop. But that's a F. Woo. Foxy.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to doing when we go back in?
Touching things.
Uh-oh.
Rubbing it all.
Uh-oh.
T and the B.
Oh.
The bum.
What?
Yeah.
My Brooklyn. Your husband, he's oh.
Party favors and back legs.
Yeah, give us a little shake. There it is. Yeah, he listened. Yeah. Hot chicken.
I love the way it ended, actually, because I think all of us were kind of hoping for this giant send-off for Rick, but I thought it was really cool that it was just kind of this, kind of a cool way. Does everyone? I don't want to spoil that too. Does everyone know about this?
Lick it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even like.
It's a pretty lengthy spoiler. Touch it.
In that half, plug your ears, but it's just kind of it's a stupid little quarrel, and it just ends in kind of this really anticlimactic way that I actually really enjoy because that's I think how it would probably end in real life if there were an actual zombie apocalypse, of course.
And also just to kind of talk about the zombie genre in general, like, for each of you, was there a particular thing about that before you even got on the show that was very appealing? Was there a particular movie or some sort of zombie-related thing that really spoke to you that when you became a part of this, you were like, it's so cool I'm getting to do this because of this other thing that I was such a fan of?
I was watching this show called The Walking Dead. And they told me, hey, there's this guy named Lester, who that was Jerry. I was like, sure, I know that show. I'm going to use that as my reference, I guess. But I also thought, coming on The Walking Dead, I'm like, all right, these zombies are not, I can handle these a little better than like 28 days later, Outbreak Patience and Dawn of the Dead zombies. So these are walkers. It's a casual walking course. Yeah.
Well, for me, I watched the show from day one because my sister was on it, so I was always intrigued by the show and walkers and zombies and all that. I thought it was a really cool genre because I know there's been some famous stuff regarding zombies, but Walking Dead really put that to the next level, and just being able to be a part of that was really cool. And then I saw World War Z with Brad Pitt, and I was like, oh wow, those guys can sprint, but these can't, so that's kind of cool.
I just thought that they should stop making zombie movies after Shaun of the Dead. I thought Shaun of the Dead ever made. Literally, just ending with Queen, and he's like, hey, Queen, James with his friend was a zombie, and they love each other, but he tries to fight him in book, and I was just like, that's it. I got it from the I was like, you can't do any better than that. And the cool thing about the zombie genre is that there are so many ways that you can play with it, is that, Shaun of the Dead might be as diametrically opposed to The Walking Dead as anything that you can imagine, but they both have the same vein of and it's, at the end of the day, zombie movies are about the fact that when everything else falls away, you just got to deal with the people around you. You got to depend on the people around you, and that's the weird thing that this horror genre, this horror zombie thing does. It's like you come for the gore, but you stay for the relationships that have to be cultivated. In a situation where you literally got to depend on each other. So yeah. And that way, you know, what better way to any zombie thing than with Queen and you're my best friend, right?
Quite unfortunately, really, we had to flee halfway through the Walking Dead panel because we got to go meet Jaime Lannister.
Yeah.
Is that you too?
Is that what you're doing as well?
Yeah. The panel's really good too. Yeah, they're fun guys. But it's sometimes we got to leave the king to go see the King Slayer. We're in line, fairly lengthy line, to get our picture with the Kingslayer, Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Jaime Lannister. So like all that part of the convention over there, we haven't even been to yet. But this is our last scheduled paid-for event.
Yeah, then we
panel,
can just
anything, meander even more.
meander, get some popcorn.
Go meet the New Age Outlaws. Go holler at the Moonshiners.
Yeah, we gotta holler at them. The two gentlemen wearing the cowboy hats. I don't know who they are.
You look good in the Wranglers. Horses in the back.
There's the Kingslayer. We're next.
So we just met Jaime Lannister. What did you say to him?
Victoria.
He was so kind.
He actually asked my name, so that's why I said Victoria. I'm pretty sure I hugged him, right?
Yeah, he's a big guy too.
He's not nice. He was clean.
Yes, he thanked us for coming.
He did. He was really nice.
Yes, let's go see what our picture looks like. She has a picture she's returning. Oh,
look at that face.
That's great. You look really pleased.
I was happy and pleased.
It's the Kingslayer.
Look at that smile. Yeah. We got a genuine smile too. We got one of those full
handsome. Yes, I am.
You ain't even got a show.
Jesus is whipping it out for that. I mean, for that. 55? Hey, big baller. We decided to do something fantastic at this booth.
Yes.
I'll show you in a moment. Hot pants! So we went to the Rick Grimes, Cecil Grimes cosplayers, and we got this with all the friends that are around us. Look. Fantastic. And now we're over here at the Moonshiners table. Foxy, did you enjoy that?
Very much so.
The sisters look like they're just checking out Rick Grimes' hind end right there. I mean, that's just they're just checking it. Yeah, look at those stills. They're cool.
Oh, those look really neat.
I think Victoria, the Mark and Digger tank top is that's fashionable.
I don't have no way of plugging it up, but it lights up all over.
Oh wow!
Actually, and it's got a pump and a reservoir underneath it. You put liquor or whatever, and
whatever you want to put in there.
It'll circulate it. It talks.
Oh my goodness!
Wow!
It talks from the episode.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh, safety! Let's see what's over here. Oh, what is, look at the back side of all these figures. The honey. So we were just on an episode of Moonshine.
Basically.
That was great. I know I had a little bit of Mark. Maybe, I don't know if Digger was on the camera, but
I just said no.
That was great.
That was really cool.
There's a Demogorgon right here.
Oh!
Do you, inflatable Demogorgon. So over here on the other row of guests, not very busy. We've got the New Age Outlaws somewhere. Oh, there. Jake the Snake's over there. Trying to decide if I want a picture with the New Age Outlaws. Let me see who else is here. What do you think? Should I get a picture with the New Age Outlaws?
If you want to. I got a, impulse Sean Gunn, so. Ryan is out there built to get a picture with the New Age Outlaws. Fun times. Awesome. Oh.
We got the suck it picture, so look at it right here. Hey, how great is that? I don't know what else we're gonna do. We're having fun though. We're at Oscar. Oh, wonderful.
Let me sign you one.
Oscar has a ton of awesome Walking Dead art.
What's up, man? How
there
you doing?
he is. Catch him in the Whisper War upcoming too.
It's coming, man.
And he's invited over to the arcade. See the Walking Dead wall.
When I'm
It's super cool.
Some games over there.
I can make it happen, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Wonderful.
We got some prints here. Kind of cool. I like that style. Oh my. Oh my goodness. It's kind of, I think we've seen about everything. Comics there. There's Tall Man. You see that in a lot of Foxy's videos. I don't know what Victoria's doing. I think we're probably going to get out of here and go to dinner pretty soon. So I'll talk to you when we get back to the vehicle.
Hey, give us a shake in it. We're at well, there it is. Gus's famous fried chicken. We left the show. We're gonna eat dinner before we drive back with the peeps. Almost got hit. Somebody got me almost in my booty. It smells fantastic in here. Yeah. They offered McDonald's, and I said, why don't we look for something else? And not Big Mac. That's what she wanted too, wasn't it? A Big Mac, extra sauce. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, not them. Hot pants.
This is what we're here for.
Everybody have a good day?
Oh, yes. Yeah. Homemade pies. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Touch it.
Please, may I have some?
Yes.
Yeah.
What you looking at? Boogers. What you got over there? Are you gonna dip it in your tea? No. Brooklyn, you? No. Cody, you?
Am I doing?
Anybody gonna dip it in the tea? You just got a package. Where's yours?
He's bringing it.
Oh.
Yes. Yes. For some, our server just whipped out his phone and showed nudes for some reason. No. Oh. I don't know what's up. Well, we're full up on spicy chicken. That means I'm gonna pass gas the whole way home.
Good luck, Victoria.
No one else want. Oh, safety!
Make the party was like
We're just gonna slide over here while we say goodbye. Only 7 yet. Well, there was residual too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you know.
We got away.
Check yourself for your way. I didn't bring any extra pants either. So we have to say bye to all the friends. Thank you for having us, guys.
Thank you for coming.
Oh, another one's coming. We're in the car.
Yeah.
It's about 8, so we hope to get home before midnight. We will talk to you a little bit more when we get home about all of our adventures today. But I just need to focus on driving.
Yes.
And Putin. And Putin.
Oh dear.
We'll see you in a bit. We've made it back home.
Yeah.
Before midnight, but we'll talk about our day tomorrow because we're both very sleepy. We're going to go to bed. It was a wonderful day, but in a couple clips, you'll see more and we'll talk more. But now, time for bed. Good morning, friends. Barely morning. It's a little bit before noon. We slept in a lot after getting home late in a very, very long day. Victoria's actually not quite ready yet. So what I wanted to do is kind of go over all the things we got yesterday. Kind of show you the haul. And then when she's ready, we'll talk to you about our experience, which was a good one. And then today, Megan has a baby shower. David and Megan's baby is just a few weeks away, very soon. So Victoria's going to that. I think David may come over and we'll hang out while they're doing that. He's not been feeling well, so I'm not sure, but I think that's what'll happen. And I don't know what we'll do. So this will probably be the final day of the video. You've had quite a varied amount of stuff so far. I hope you've enjoyed it. So let's show you what we picked up. We're going to start here with the Moonshiner stuff. This box is just from eBay. That's the other big Thor comic box I've been waiting on. But we got an autographed picture of Mark and Digger from the Moonshiners for our father. We got our mother this ornament made from copper that they hand make. And then Victoria and I each got a flask with their sticker on it that you can kind of see the ink at the very top there. They autographed for us. We each got one of those. So those are nice little keepsakes. And we'll come over here to the various art and pictures and whatever. So we each got a copy of the picture with Nikolai Coster-Waldau, Jaime Lannister, and we'll have a digital one coming in as well with Kari Payton and Cooper Andrews, Jerry and King Ezekiel. We each got one of those. And then I had Corey Payton, Ezekiel autograph this comic, the first appearance of Ezekiel. So just wonderful stuff there. And then from right here, let me show you their cards. Cecil Grimes cosplay. There's all his information. He's really good. He had all of Alexandria set up. I think I've showed you that pretty extensively. And Negan Unchained, who I think is available to come to events and such. Yeah, available for events nationwide. It says information. They were wonderful. And so you see we got this picture with Brooklyn and Cody and Jesse and Jesus and myself and Victoria and Negan and Cecil. And you can see kind of the Alexandria background. And it's like we're all on our knees and Negan's doing the eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We got this physical one that they both autographed. And then we also have a digital, or a couple on my phone that they took. And this was so much fun. A very unexpected thing to have happen. And I tell you how it happened was when we were in line to get this picture, the Negan Unchained gentleman, he was walking around just doing his Negan intimidation. It was so good, impersonation, that we just decided we had to do it. And then, you know, if you look, I mean, just look how good. He looks just like Andrew Lincoln. Look how good the cosplay is. So that's a very fun picture that I'm glad we got. And then finally, from Oscar Rodriguez III, Oscar's Red Hat. That's how you can find him on social media there, Oscar's Red Hat. He is a whisperer in last season and this season of Walking Dead. And we got some very cool art pieces. So the ones that we actually purchased, I purchased this for the arcade with Daryl and Carol. And you see Alpha kind of in the background creeping up on him. That's made of wood. It's printed on wood. I'm gonna hang that on the wall. And then I got David this, Turtles. It's a license plate, but he can just hang it on the wall. Since he wasn't able to join us, we wanted to get him a prize. And then I got this as well. It's called 16 Years. It's like main characters from the 16 years of The Walking Dead. These are the three things we bought. But then, because we bought stuff for free, Victoria got this Carol, kind of postcard sized print. And he's autographed them all. And then Superman versus Negan, which is very cool. And then this Alpha, color and black and white. I don't remember if I showed the booth, but there was a black and white artist, a black and white guy that was really good, and they both signed it for us. And those are free, as well as, I think everybody that was with us, Cody, Jesus, Joey, I think everybody got a free item. He had a box of free stuff. If you spent over like 20 bucks, you got things free. He gave our whole group a free thing. So shout out to Oscar's Red Hat. And that's kind of the haul. And then also, Victoria got a picture with Sean Gunn. I'll put that here. You can see that. Sean Gunn, who she knows from Gilmore Girls the most, but also is the motion capture for Rocket Raccoon, and his brother is one of our favorite directors, everybody, James Gunn. He's working on the new Suicide Squad right now, but is the Guardians of the Galaxy main director. And then I got the picture with the New Age Outlaws, which I'll stick here as well. And I've probably already shown you those before. So it was quite a bit of fun. And as you see, I didn't actually pick up any figures. We didn't look a ton at figures. I know that Cody and his group did. You can check out Foxy for Real's video and see what they picked up. I know he got some figure arts. I think Joey bought his first hot toy. Jesus bought a Lucille replica like I have with real barbed wire. And I'm not sure what else they bought. But Victoria and I didn't buy any figures. I've got a bunch of figures. I got some stuff that David's going to bring over that he picked up for me from Adonis that I'll show you if he brings it. But it was really, it's a day trip. It was a long day. We left. I was up at 4. We got home right at like 11:45. It probably took me to midnight or to 1 to go to bed. It's a 23-hour day. That's a long day. But it's tremendous memories. And just here, I want to thank Cody and Brooklyn and all of the Foxy gang for being wonderful hosts. We had a great time. And when Victoria comes down, we'll talk more to you about those memories. we're in the car. We're going to run to Walmart. I want to get some frames for the items, if they have them. We're going to get a quick lunch. And while we're in the car, I'm going to hand you to Victoria.
Okay.
Just fingers all in it.
Sorry.
Again, fingers all in it.
There we go. We're good.
And we can talk about your experience yesterday.
Oh, okay. Yesterday was great.
Let's start with this before we go any further.
Okay.
So the convention itself, the logistics were very poor. It took us forever to get in line. There was no clear direction of where to go for things. They were very short on volunteers. They just didn't look like they knew what to do. That's a very big negative, and it's relative when talking about the show itself.
Yes.
However, the thing they did deliver on is a show that, if I'm going to take points off of that, I have to give them credit for, is they got these guests. Mm-hmm. And the guests were very good, as you'll talk about. Our experience was universally positive, outside of the people don't know how to run a show.
Yes.
And that can improve, but I would caution, that's not a show I would go to if they didn't have a bunch of guests I wanted to, because it made it uncomfortable at other times.
Well, and so, I don't know what all you said, but like we saw a Facebook post from them a day or two before that said, we're in need of 27 volunteers. And so that was already kind of a warning sign. Like, if you still need that many volunteers the day or two before, that's not good. That's like you forgot you needed volunteers, and all of a sudden the 4 of you are not going to be enough.
Right. And I know that, like, I think Steven Seagal didn't show up, and various people canceled last minute, Pamela Anderson and Paige, for various reasons. And I don't know whether that's, fault or no fault, but I'm sure people that wanted to see them. And I think Chuck Norris ended up not doing a panel. And I think there were some things that didn't apply to us because they weren't the people we were there to see. Right. So I would just caution that. I don't like to speak negative. And it's, for a second-year convention, honestly, it's light years better than you could think it would be because of the level of guests they had. And those guests were good. They were friendly. They were nice. So it's just perspective that if you're like, oh, this show's close to me, I don't really want to see anybody, but maybe I can go shopping. It's going to be a more challenging experience than some other things. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. Logistics aren't great. So, but the guests were wonderful. So once we got in, went straight to the Kari Payton line. He plays King Ezekiel on Walking Dead. And it was to get an autograph.
And we were rushed because we had pre-purchased time slots and stuff.
And it was like boom, boom, boom. We had 11:15 autograph and then like 12 something.
We left the house in time to get. We were in Knoxville before 9 o'clock.
Yes.
Our first thing was at 11:15, and we were rushed.
Oh yeah. If we arrived at the thing around 9:30.
Yeah.
We did not get in the show till probably 11.
We were immediately in the 11:15 line.
We had to be in the line.
It was a line.
And there was a panel at 10:30. So if we had wanted to go to the voice actors panel, we would have just had to miss it, even though we were 30 minutes early, and we already had our tickets. And so even though you already had your tickets, you had to stand in line.
And you saw some of that on mine. And look at Greg Cook's video.
Yeah, he even went live at one point.
So that'll show you that. But that's why we were very rushed. And I know, like Night of Ren was there. I apologize to you, man, that we didn't get to spend more time with you. We just got so rushed right away because otherwise we'd have lost not a cheap stuff that we had bought already.
Right. So it was that just goes more to the logistics side of it. And so we did. We went straight to the line, which is not what we would have planned. We would have planned to kind of get a lay of the land and see what was going on first and get to meet with people. But we kind of had to go straight to Kari Payton. He was wonderful. He really took time. Like, we got to, as we were in line, like, see him interact with everybody, and he was great. He was great with us. We got to talk to him for a few minutes.
Personal. He's from our hometown.
Yeah.
We have a friend that worked on the show with him, and we got to talk about their experiences together. Very personalized.
Yes.
And didn't rush us or anything.
No. Gave hugs. It was lovely.
He whispered sweet nothings in his ear.
Don't recall, but yes, I whispered something in his ear as we were hugging. I'm pretty sure it was like, we really enjoy you on The Walking Dead. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. But, sometimes in those moments, you have no recollection. But he was great. He was just wonderful. And what was cool, too, is that Cooper Andrews' table was right next door.
And Ross Marquand.
And Ross Marquand was next door. And so, like, sometimes they'd be talking to each other, hollering and joking and stuff. And that was fun. And you could tell that all of those guys seemed like really genuine, nice, warm people. So we did that. Then we basically got in line
then we were trying to find where the photography was because we almost immediately were going to have to get in the next line.
And once again, there was no sign to let you know where the photo ops were. So we were trying to find them as we wander around. We had both been interested in meeting Mark and Digger from the show Moonshiners. We saw they were going to be at the show, and there was never any detailed information about, like, do they have a photo op time? Do they have an autograph time? What are they doing? And that was never there. And so, you know, they have a certain look from the show. They wear overalls. Like, they just have a certain look. And we were walking, trying to find the photo op. All of a sudden, and we were walking by Jamie Lannister's table, Nikolai's table. And all of a sudden, I'm like, oh! And it was, unfortunately, not for Nikolai. It was because I could see who I was pretty sure was Mark and Digger, just standing around, like, just talking to folks. And I was like, are they in line? What is this? And so I'm, you know, talking to Brian. I think you got a little bit of this on video where I'm like, do I just go up to him? Like, what are we going to do? And so eventually, yes, the decision was made to just go up to them and see. And they were wonderful. It was a great experience. They were really, really nice and took a picture with us. And actually, they had some, I don't know if it was a family member or somebody with them that volunteered to take the picture for us. She was really nice as well.
And the reason they were in line is they wanted to take her to go meet Dog the Bounty Hunter. That's what they were doing.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
So they were just really, really nice folks. And that was the first time we met them. Because then we wanted to ask, like, well, do you have a booth or something? They said, yeah, over there by Bumblebee. So we knew we wanted to see them later. But they were nice. The picture was really fun. Told them we enjoy the show, that the family enjoys the show, and it was nice. And they're our favorites, so it was really neat to get to meet them. Then we go to do photo op with Kari and Cooper
Andrews.
So it was the Kingdom photo op for Walking Dead. And of course, Cooper Andrews also from Shazam. Wonderful.
Jerry.
He's so sweet. I love him. They were very warm as well. Like, that was really fun. It's a great experience, and that picture turned out really well. They both, like, when you're taking the picture, you don't know what the person beside you is doing because you're not looking at them. But give a nice expression. Cooper had the best face, and the King had this great, like, kind of look. It was very, very fun. We were very pleased with those photos. And one of the good things they had is they had a way where you could get a second print and the JPEG for a deal.
Yeah, for $15
for like $15 bucks, you could get
it's not $15 to get that first print, and that's it. So that was good.
Yeah.
I actually thought the organization that was running the photo ops, which would be separate from the convention, I'm sure, was good.
Yeah.
But the people that were helping you get in line, the people that we talked to were very helpful, but there were times there weren't anyone there.
Right. Whenever they had gone to break,
yeah.
But yeah, it was really great. The photo op experience was wonderful. They were really, really good people.
And then we went to a panel. We did some walking around.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of time.
Hung out with the group.
Yeah, with Cody, Brooklyn, everybody. And then we went to the Walking Dead panel.
Which had surprise guests. We knew that the three were going to be on there. And then
Henry,
the actor who plays Henry was on there as well.
Matthew, I don't remember.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right now. But he was really cool too, and it was interesting to hear his perspective because he had a sister and a brother that have both been on the show as well. Excuse me, the bumping. So that was kind of neat. And he did at one point say, talking about spoilers for the season that ended, last season of Walking Dead. That, he was like, it was supposed to be you talking to the King being on the bike. So that was interesting. But it was really, really a cool panel. We did have to leave a little early because we had our Nikolai, Jamie Lannister photo op scheduled kind of in the middle of the panel. So we got to go for a good half of it. It was really good. Those guys were great. And
that's the thing about going to a show like that. We were talking about if those guys are at Dragon Con, it'd be very difficult to get into that panel.
Yeah,
there'd be so many people trying to see them. And a show like that, it's like people didn't know that there were panels. Which we couldn't find where the panel was.
That's true. I actually kind of like
some room and someone was in the nude. I'm not sure what that was.
It's not exactly true, but there was a look of like why are you coming in here kind of the thing.
Again, not really well marked.
No, it was not. Yeah, but
that
was
a
great.
Good panel.
Yeah, it was a good panel. They were great. They're very warm. So then we got to get in line for Nikolai. This one was not as great just because there was less direction on this one as well. People were very confused about are we in the right line and not. But once we got to him, he was wonderful. He was warm. He held out both hands, asked my name, asked his name.
Yeah,
like he
it was
really
very receiving. Talked to us about our shirts.
Yeah, he was really sweet. Yeah, and he read my shirt and was like, Tyrion Lannister. And so I whispered something about, yeah, I thought I'd have both Lannisters represented.
And whispering in the ear.
I don't know. It was great though. He was really warm, and we got to thank him for his work and all the years of that he put into such an entertaining show and interesting character. So he was great. Everybody that we met was warm. At one point, also, I don't recall when this happened.
Before we went to the Walking Dead panel.
Okay, I was like, Sean Gunn's over there. And I just went to go see how much he was because I love him as Kirk from Gilmore Girls. And if you've watched Gilmore Girls, you know. And so I went, and it was like, $30 or something for a picture. And there was nobody in line. So I was like, yep. Mm-hmm. So I come back and I'm like, yeah, I got the picture. It was great. He was really nice too. And I got to tell him that, of course, I like him. He does the motion capture for Rocket in Guardians. And of course I love that. And I know he does a lot with that to help the actors to be able to respond. But I told him that I love Kirk. And that was great because I love that show. It's one of my favorite shows. So it was really neat to get to meet him. And that was kind of unplanned too. That was just a fun, let me just do this. He's here.
And then after Jamie, so while we're in line to meet Nikolai, the guy that was Negan Unchained, I talked to you about this earlier, was so good at his Negan impersonation, entertaining the line, that we're like, we have to go to this cosplay Negan Rick thing, and we're going to get something done.
Yeah, but he was so good.
So good.
And entertaining, and talking to us about, Jamie Lannister, and he, did the voice. He was so good.
So we did that. We went and we got the folks that were around us. Not everybody was there, but the group that was around us. And I showed you the picture. We did the eeny, meeny, miny, mo picture. And I tell you those cosplay, they were wonderful. They were so well done.
That was a true highlight and an unexpected one. And they were kind and nice. And it was when we asked if we could do that, it was just no problem at all.
Yeah,
it was
extra charge, just con exclusive
we
package.
Piled folks in there, and it was really nice. They were both great. And they did a selfie, and they did the printed picture. It was great. So it was really a good time.
And then we found Mark and Digger's booth.
Yeah.
And I showed you the stuff that we bought from them. Yeah. So we got stuff for our parents, and probably spent 20 minutes talking to them. It was like being on an episode of
It really was. Some of the things they said,
completely the same.
Just the way that they spoke, and some of the sayings and stuff. Yeah, it was just I couldn't even understand once. He said something really, really fast, but it was just wow, this is just great. This is just incredible. And they were really warm. And specifically, I told him, I'm glad we got to find him. We wanted to support him or something. And they were like, well,
we'd have been happy to meet you even if you didn't buy anything.
Yeah,
and it was. You could tell it was real.
It was warm, and it was just really nice. They offered me crackers, which I think you already heard the story about the crackers coming from the floor. But hey, it's nice to be offered.
And then I met the New Age Outlaws.
Yes,
from DX, and we got that picture, which was great. And then we met Oscar. We got the Walking Dead art, and we met the black and white artist.
Yeah.
All of that I think you've seen on the video, at least in some form or fashion. And then we had delicious chicken.
We did have some chicken
with the friends, and
fried okra.
Just really Cody and Brooklyn and all those folks were such a good host for us, and
it's really
made us feel right at home. So it was wonderful.
Yeah, it was a great show. The organization wasn't good, but the guests were wonderful.
And I will encourage, this is probably, the way we talked about logistics, maybe the most negative you've maybe ever heard me talk about anything on a channel.
Yeah.
It was that bad, but we did not allow it to ruin our outlook, not allow it to ruin our day. A lot of people, I bet, day was ruined.
Yeah.
By the way, they just chose, this is what I'm going to focus on, that this stinks, and I've had a bad experience in line.
Yeah.
And we weren't going to let that happen. We were going to put in a very long day to go to this thing and meet people we really wanted to meet. So even when it is negative, sometimes you just can't control negativity.
Well, and you know what? Standing in line isn't fun, but we were able to have some fun. And Greg, that was really cool.
We probably spent an hour and a half with Greg in line.
Yeah, and that was neat, just getting to hang out. So you can still have a nice time.
Yeah.
Even when you're like, okay, this probably isn't the way it should be run, but
just make the best of a situation and learn from it. It doesn't mean you have to repeat it.
Yeah.
If if they don't get any better, but don't let it ruin the things you're there for.
Right.
Don't
because it's not the guests' fault, and they were absolutely
it's not the
wonderful
volunteers'
and warm.
fault.
No,
the
it's
people
not.
that's fault it is you won't meet.
Yeah.
It's not you won't meet them.
Yeah.
And in reality, it could be no one's fault. They could have had people get sick last minute.
Right. You never know. That may be why they needed more volunteers or something. Who knows?
Right. I mean, our plans for this trip completely changed last minute because of unexpected events, unexpected illness.
Right.
It would have been a different trip.
Yeah.
So, you just can't allow that to negatively impact you because you go to a thing for the memory, and the memory's there waiting for you.
Yeah.
Just get to it.
Yeah.
And you won't remember the other stuff a week later.
Yeah. And if there is a con you want to go to, and if you really are trying to go to the first panel, just be really, really early. Try to learn from this, because if we had tried to go to the 10:30 panel, we would have missed it. Yeah. Luckily, we weren't, so it's fine. But if that is something where you want to go to like the first panel, probably be like an hour before, at least, before the doors even open, so you're sure you can get in and get to the panel. Yeah. But overall, it was really fun. Everybody, the overall theme for me was warmth. Everybody was really warm and inviting, and that's from the people we talked to in line, and then just the guests were really, honestly, exceptional.
Yeah, the guests were exceptional.
Yeah.
I mean, and especially very A-list people. Currently on huge projects. If you think about Walking Dead,
Game of Thrones,
Avengers.
Yeah.
Are that's not minor.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And Ross was really humble too. They had asked what movies you were in. He didn't even mention that he's, in Avengers. He tried to give everybody else props.
Shazam, but he didn't, and no one ever even mentioned. Oh, he's a Red Skull, by the way.
Yeah, nobody even,
So it was a great day, and people were looking at us weird in Walmart. So we're gonna go get our frames and move on in the day.
Right.
They're right there going, "What are they doing? Oh, safety!"
Oh no!
We have some weird size items, so I'm gonna try to find frames that fit the odd sizes. What do you think?
Good luck.
Bugaloo shrimp.
Well, weird fast forward from looking at frames at Walmart to now we are in Victoria's vehicle, headed to the baby shower because plans changed and now I'm going to the baby shower. I don't know how that exactly happened, but that's what's happening. So I have prizes for David that I need to bring and a saw. So, and Victoria's car was already packed before the shower, and we are just, looks like there's road work.
Yeah, and just
like always around my house. It's just this. I'm sure they've got a lane closed paving like they've just been doing for a year.
Yeah.
Endlessly. But next stop, baby shower. I got presents. Victoria's a big present though. Here, Victoria, show. Look how big hers is. Oh! I don't know what I'm supposed to do. I don't know what to do. This is not for me. Not for me.
I've been asked to make a custom baby bib, so here we go. That's the winner.
David.
You're a date. It's
No, immediately no. But there's this cake.
I just became Teresa's favorite part.
It's like boobs and a belly button. A mile out. I haven't even asked a question. You're the one that told me I had to come to the baby shower. And you're not, I can't. No? No. I've successfully acquired some boob cake without going on punishment.
Look at the haul.
We've returned. I know I didn't shoot but a couple clips, but that's not my event, someone else's event. I didn't want to intrude. I did give David all his prizes we had, and he gave me a few. Look at this Deadpool that is like Rick Grimes. This comic with foam. I like that comic. What is this? X-Force number 2. That's the second appearance of Deadpool. And Deadpool and Widow Wade. Give me those 4 comics. And then a few other things he's picked up for me from Adonis. Haya 3 3/4 Boar Predator. Warrior Predator. Elder Predator. And the Haya Injustice 2 Harley. I picked those up for me from all this is from Fresh Figures from Adonis. The Mezco PX, I think that's the Ascending Knight Batman, the one that is low production run for some reason. Mezco Daredevil, TV Daredevil, and the Mezco Logan. So see, we got some figures after all. Victoria's packing up. She's actually going to have her suitcase ready for Dragon Con because I'll be down there first before she gets down here later this week. Oh, I'm sorry, Siri. I don't know. So we'll say goodbye to Victoria here in the next clip. And I got to do some more of this framing. And I think I'll put a few things on the wall and show you before we end the video. We ran up to the arcade, put the signed Kari Payton Ezekiel comic there. I'm going to leave that space blank because I have the Ryan Hurst from Atlanta Comic Con beta signed comic that will go in that space when it returns from Grady. And there's Victoria, and you see, if you sit on the sofa, just sit on the edge of the sofa. See, we've got Alpha up there, creepily looking down at you when you're on the sofa. Leaving that space blank for the other things we've talked about already. And we put the other friends here, put the license plate up. You got the glare, but that's such a cool license plate. And then this, probably my favorite, one of my favorite art pieces I've seen in a long time. And then of course our wonderful cosplay picture. So we've got these up in here now. Doesn't it look great?
Yeah, it looks awesome.
We also got these up. This is the area of the house where we have like family photos, and you know, we've got 2 new family photos, so that's where those go. But now it is time for Victoria to depart us. I don't know where she is. There she is. Yes. Did you have fun this weekend?
I had a blast. It was great. I got a new Switch up there.
New Switch.
Which I'm very excited to get to play around with once I get it set up.
New family photos.
Some new family photos, yes.
Moonshine.
King and Kingslayer. Moonshiner. Dear Sweet Jerry.
Baby shower.
Yeah, baby
and
shower.
And then 4 days Dragon Con.
Yep. That's right.
So we'll see Victoria again in the next video. So, toodles.
Bye, y'all.
I wanted to show you these. I had that big box that was sitting there that arrived while we were gone yesterday, and I didn't have a chance to open it and show you, but it was all these. It's starting at Thor 370 and going all the way through 502. I got these for, I think 65 cents a comic off eBay. A couple nice ones. It's like the first appearance of the New Warriors, but this is the wonderful one. This is the first time Captain America wields Mjolnir, which of course happened in Endgame. So I wanted to show you that. All these boxes of Thor books I'm going through right now, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. But that will do it for this episode of Dub Life. I hope you enjoyed. We did a lot of stuff. Again, I encourage you, you know, I was more negative than normal Bubba Fest, but I was telling you what happened, and more importantly, encourage you to see through it, be positive. If you're going for the memories, go make the memories. Don't let something like that deter you. Stay focused on what you're there for, having a good time, being with your friends, and don't let those things bum you out, even though if sometimes they're really sucky. But try to stay away from it and just try to stay positive and do the best you can. So thanks to all the friends we saw. I've listed them over and over again, but you saw everybody. We had a good time. And next episode will be a Dragon Con. It may be a 2-parter. I'm going to try to make it 1 part. It depends on what all we get into, because sometimes it can get crazy at Dragon Con. So look forward to that. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. Talk to you soon now. Squeeze.